Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow financial aficionados, today we embark on a journey through the vast and seductive world of money as unraveled by John Train in his seminal work, Money Masters of Our Time. Gather around, for we shall extract wealth not just from the pockets of fate, but from the minds of those who've mastered it. Together, we'll dive deep into the high seas of finance, and I assure you, by the end of our quest, our financial sails will be filled with the prevailing winds of wisdom. 1. The Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. Our first stop is in the quaint Nebraskan plains with the veritable sage of investing himself. Train introduces us to Buffett's value investing philosophy, which is the financial equivalent of finding a Rembrandt in the attic. Buffett suggests purchasing companies like you're buying the entire business, because surprise, you are. He looks for firms that are not just undervalued, but have a sturdy moat around them, a competitive advantage, whether it's a brand, patent, or even better, a psychic hotline straight to consumers' brains. Remember, folks, as Buffett says, it's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. 2. The alchemist of money, George Soros, onwards to the man who broke the Bank of England. Soros is like that guy who not only reads the weather forecast, but accurately predicts when a butterfly in Brazil might cause a storm on Wall Street. With the theory of reflexivity, Soros unveils the art of profiting from the inherent biases and misjudgments in the market. When investing, according to Soros, you don't just predict, you practically shape the future. It's the financial equivalent of entering a pie-eating contest, where you're also the one baking the pies. Deliciously profitable, if you know when the oven timer dings. 3. The philosopher of prosperity. Sir John takes us all to church with his global and spiritual approach to investing. He doesn't stop at mere diversification. He goes for diversification by scattering his seeds far and wide across the globe. Why buy the wealthiest when you can buy the worthiest, or rather the unworthiest, and wait for them to ripen? Templeton could find the silver lining in a cloud of volcanic ash. He'd likely argue that it's excellent for the complexion of one's portfolio. His motto, to buy when others are despondently selling, reminds us that the market is not just a financial entity, but also a moody creature you might encounter on Twitter. 4. The vanguard of the valiant, John. Now let us hail the king of index funds, who championed the idea that you needn't be a stock-picking gladiator to build wealth. Bogle's index funds are like the tortoise in the race against the harebrained stock pickers. Sure, they're not fancy, but they'll likely get you to retirement without the need for blood pressure medication. His investment strategy mimics the effort involved in binge-watching your favorite series. You pretty much sit back and watch. 5. The Zen master of the market. Fisher is the maestro who reminds us that owning a stock is more than having a fancy ticker symbol. It's a slice of someone's life's work. Through meticulous research, or what's known in his dojo as scuttlebutt, one should seek out companies with a culture of innovation and strong management ethics. He's all about quality over quantity, where investing is akin to betting on the most disciplined monks in the monastery of capitalism. 6. Now, clutch your wallets as we maneuver through the realm of bonds with Bill Gross, the man who turned a security blanket into a treasure map. Gross's PIMCO was like Hogwarts for bond investors, where he waved his magic wand to conjure yield from the driest of financial deserts. His key to success? Understanding both the math and the madness of the markets. Quite frankly, he is the financial equivalent of someone who can hear a dog whistle in a hurricane. In 7, the electric eccentric. Ever the oil wildcatter with a penchant for green energy, Pickens stands out as a man who could smell oil in a flower shop. His real talent, however, might have been in his infectious belief in what he was investing in, a conviction so deep it would stir envy in the bones of ancient alchemists. With Pickens, we learn that timing and tenacity can turn not just geysers, but green technologies into gold. 8. The efficient marketeer Eugene Fama. The Fama, the father of the efficient market hypothesis, tells us that all known information is already baked into stock prices like raisins in a fruit cake. It's all very democratic, really. No one has an edge. Investing in this landscape requires you to be as nimble as a cat on a hot tin roof, or better yet, just trust in market efficiency and know that in the grand casino of Wall Street, the house market usually wins. 9. The contrarian conductor. Steinhardt dares to zig when the market zags. His not so secret weapon? Variant perception. Be the odd one out, the financial salmon swimming upstream against the current of consensus. Train presents Steinhardt as the guru of gutsy, where a portfolio reflects not just assets and numbers, but guts, glory, and just a spoonful of good old-fashioned audacity. 10. Lastly, we whisper about the godfather of value investing, Benjamin Graham. He's the sort who would calmly buy a dollar for 50 cents while others shriek at their stock tickers. Graham's Mr. Market is an erratic fellow who offers you prices every day. Sometimes he's euphoric, other times despondent. Your job? Be the therapist who knows when Mr. Market needs a hug and when he's offering you the deal of a lifetime. Dearly beloved investors, as we conclude, let us remember that these titans of treasury, these architects of affluence, could be no more different in their methods, yet converge on one truth. The market is a beast that no one can tame, but with the insights from money masters of our time, you can certainly ride it. Strap on your financial saddles, for we've journeyed across the investment savannah, hunting with Buffetts, diving with Soros, and scaling the temple of the markets with Templeton, all to capture the elusive beast called wealth. John Train has equipped us with the knowledge, and now it's time to set forth. But remember, do so with a sprinkle of wit, a dash of daring, and above all, a surplus of sagacity. Thank you, and may your investments be ever in your favor.